Oh, hey, dude. Oh, we should really find something for him. We gotta find a cool toy for him. It looks nice here. It is year 9. And here we are, continuing on where we started. And it's a beautiful start to the season. Let's take a moment, take in some deep breaths, get ourselves centered here. Take a moment and settle into your space that you're in. Relax your shoulders, relax your body, and just allow yourself to be in this space. We'll do some deep breaths in and out, filling into that space, 3 fingers down below our belly button, into our center. And let's do our first deep breath in. Remembering to let your abdomen stretch out in full deep breaths. And out. Feeling tension to relax, allowing your body to settle, and things to leave your mind. And 2, breathing in. Filling yourself up with good intention. And out. Releasing the tension, allowing your shoulders to sink, allowing your body to settle further into your space and into relaxation. And 3. And out. And letting that tension leave you and allowing you to just be here in this space. Welcome back. I hope you are well, and I hope that everything can go as well as it can for you. Oh, I'm wearing all my winter gear. As with everything at the start of the season, there's always this quick thing where we gotta shuffle. Look at all the mothers. We have a lot of people who are expecting, and a lot of kiddos that we're gonna see in a couple seasons. I'm excited to see all of our kiddos grown up soon too. We've lost, my apologies, a little too many clicks. We also need to make sure that we get some more beekeepers. Because at this point, you know what? Does she like bees? I think our wife may want to give it a shot. She likes mead. I'll have her give it a shot. There's no way we're going to get mead without bees. Does look like we need perhaps a couple more people so that we can make sure our rotations and seasonal work is getting done. Farming especially, because by the looks of it, yeah, it's gonna be busy. Do have a few things to fix and some things that need doing in this area. I think we're probably going to get Nicola. Oh, and I believe yep, that's right. She's due for her second kiddo. We are going to be in a bit of a tight spot, I believe. And I did want to make sure we had that. We can drop down our iron bars. We aren't really there yet. And as much as I'd love to have bronze arrows, I want bronze arrows a lot less than I want bronze shears. Look at this. Now he is already going heavy on those. That should be good. And here I am making copper hammers. I'm okay with us having some of those on hand, but I don't know as we need that. And of course, that's going to be the trick. I will have decided that that was important before, but not having decided why I need to keep it. Nice. Looks like we're doing okay on money. Finally.
Anybody wants to play truant?
No
one?
Yeah, you go for it, buddy. Just you know, we'll just do the work around here. You just do your thing. All right, now that's got to go. That's got to go. Yeah, a lot of mushrooms that are got to go too. Oh boy, we're gonna have to clear this thing out. It is that time where we do have to clear out the bad and get rid of and get things going again here. Let's not be eating rotten eggs. That would be pretty rough. Ah, the bread will be good. And why did I put fur in here? That happens, right? Nice, we're already getting some of those. The onions, I believe we can still make into dye. I don't see why we would penalize for that one. And I don't like the thought of eating fish that's been sitting out. Not an ideal thought, right? Salted meat, of course, will last, so that's okay. The veggie soups have only gone one. I don't know, that kind of seems gross though, right? Okay, I'm gonna get stuff outside so we can do that sort and shuffle. And let's get ourselves a doggy on hand. Now, with this, oh, I don't know. I think it's lovely to see the trees out and about. I do see a great opportunity for us to add another beehive. Awful quiet. Not sure why. Music seems to be holding back on us. Hey. To double check this, if we're not going to have any music, I'll have to just go back and have to do a quick reload so I can get the music back. It's oddly, eerily quiet without the music on. Well, now here's the wall. Ooh, there's a little joint right there that needs some work, yeah. Okay, getting ourselves in this area, dropping stuff off. This will be good. Take all the rot back out and we'll set in here the things that need to rot. Alright, I know this is not the best thing to have to carry, but we gotta do this. And I somehow left meat in my inventory. How silly is that? Alright now. And I know you've got some more food in here. There we are. And I did not take any rot out of there. Here we are. Set. And apparently I'm going to drop that stuff in there. Let's not do that. Well, this is just bizarre, isn't it? Okay, I'll do a reload. There we are. Now we have music again. Alright, sorry about that bit of the tricky start. The little bit is, there we go. A little bit of challenge at the start there. Sorry about that. Didn't have any music going. Didn't quite sound right. Alright. Let's get another hammer, because it's always entertaining as you lose your hammer in the first 2 strikes. Maybe 4. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Ah! Donkey attack. Oh, yes. We do need a better gate there. Uh-huh. There we are. Ah. Gotcha. Ooh, that's a lot of hog. Wait, oh boy. Yep, that's a, yep. Oh boy. Sorry about that. Yep, I'm out. Alright, let's go ahead and go somewhere where we aren't beating up the hogs. Oops. Oh dear, that's oh well, let's get into it. And there it is. Alright, with this, we have the tax man to pay, and we've got a whole lot of good that we can do here. It's been a little while since we've been... Ooh, there's our enemy still. It is gonna be a fight to the death with this hog. I don't know. No, I think we'll try to stay as far away from that guy as possible. What we're gonna do here, it is time to get ourselves in and get this area set. I want to be sure that we have these orchards all set here. And it's been a time, been looking at it, walking by it, thinking about it, and then finding, hey, I can't plant the things right now. It's spring, or not spring, but it's winter, or it's fall. We should probably wait. So we need to get some saplings in here. Now I wish I had a search feature because I'm noticing how many things I just have stuck in here. So it looks to me like I just have apple seeds. That's not going to do it for us. So we're going to need to buy more. That's exactly where we're going to be at. That means it's time to double check what we have for making cash. Because this is not going to be enough. All right, let's see here. What do I have that I can sell that makes me good money here and now? Oh my, we're good on firewood. That's a good sign. Oh, you know, it's going to be rye, of course, because we are set on rye. Absolutely, it is definitely going to be rye. Do you need more planks? Oh, and I was going to check on something, actually. I had an idea. Something that will kind of help us out here, which is... Oh, look at that. Oh, you know what? That's me losing track of what I was doing here. Okay, and now nobody's working it. Okay, this one. You do have to be careful with this because it will absolutely eat everything we have. Now, how about that? Now we have an entire... Now we unfortunately have that all gone. That's me losing track of that. I probably should have been a little more on top of that one. Let's have somebody work here. And get her, or him, going on... Oh my goodness, was it Amerigo before? No, it's her. Cool. Let's get her set here. Let it be known that you should not let that take away all of what you're doing. That is tricky. It is good to be able to sell some of these things away, but oh my goodness, does it cause a lot of risk. And we have a lot of flour, and that's good. I'm okay. I'm gonna have to watch myself because I don't want to lose all this stuff. We are about to get a lot of grain, and we do sell rye. When we always have sold rye as a means to make ourselves some good cash. I don't know. Black seed, I'm okay selling a small fraction, but I don't want that to be what we're doing and how we're going about this the whole way. I know we have a ton of fertilizer, so this could help us clear that out. And we're certainly not overstocked in any of these other items. Honestly, the wooden wheels might not be a bad idea. At some point, hops are going to be good. No, definitely don't want to sell off that stuff. I could probably sell ash. I'm very much okay on ash. Could sell feathers because we're way overstocked in those. And it could be just a way to clear things out a little bit. It's better if you sell them as arrows, but at this point I can't make them quick enough. We are a strong farming community, so I do think that selling off fertilizer is an okay move. And I'm about to make a whole bunch more of it. I don't want to sell off too much of that because we're in a tight spot for that one. And we are not in a good spot for selling that one. So let's sell a few feathers. Now, the trick is, if I don't remember this, then that's going to be a real problem. Alright. With all of that, you there, my donkey. Let's get ourselves a large stack of fertilizer made. And get ourselves planning out the day. It'll be good to make some cash. Honey would be a nice way to go. We have plenty of workers doing that. We have a good amount of resources that we are making internally. I want to look at our resource tracker that's built into the village, see how that is looking. It's one of the things I don't look often enough to double check, and it might be a good way for me to be sure that we're balancing things out. And the fields should be good. They should already be set for what they're supposed to be. People are going to be harvesting a lot of rye, which will help us quite a bit. And oh, I would love it if we could just make a bunch of arrows. I will say that if I was to Thinking about the abilities that we started our character with, if I would have started as a person who could make arrows, or could manufacture arrows, that's just constant coinage. It works really well. Those arrows sell, once you get up to bronze, they sell really well. Iron sells even better. And it's a lot of cash. Easy to make cash. Feathers, sticks, and ore, or well, not ore, but bars. Oh, it'd be entertaining to go through that and see what it would have been like to do a smithy start. Alright, you take that. And I've been letting this stuff sit here, and that's kind of sad to do, so let's just get it done. Spring is a good time to clean, good time to start fresh. Fertilizer may not be the freshest thing, but let's just start with that and get ourselves going on it so we can get into our day and get into ourselves getting our taxes paid off, but also we need to buy some seedlings, some saplings that we can plant and get ourselves our orchard space. Then it becomes the question of what do we want to make? I kind of love the idea of having a lot of cherries. I love cherry. So that would be what I want to go with. I'm thinking that'll be where we'll go. We'll go cherry and apple. Pears are fine. Plums are good. Plums are great for if we used potions, if we were able to use the wines. Plum is the best for our extraction work and our fighting work. But I think we're going to focus just on cherry. Cherry and apple. Pretty traditional. Apple anyways. But cherries will be pretty nice to see in the spring. We'll try to do a nice mixture. I hope that things are going well where you are and in your life, and that they can go as well as possible for you. And any challenges you're facing, that you can remind yourself that even if you're in the thick of the challenge, that there is good that will come at the end of it, and that at some point it gets to be a memory you look back on, just reflect on, even if it is challenging at the time. And there are challenges. There always are. It's a part of life. It's a part of what we experience. And it doesn't have to be the thing that changes who we are, but it can lead to good changes. It can lead to awareness. And it can lead to making positive changes. And that's life is a series of lessons. I hope that they go smoothly for you. This is a lot of fertilizer. And we will, after this, be set for quite a time. We already have quite a bit of fertilizer. But I also don't want to leave stuff just sitting out unless it's a decoration in our village. That'll be the goal. Just be intentional about cleaning our space and having it look right. Then, with our day here, I'm looking forward to getting some things done. I'm curious how much experience in farming we get after this one. This is quite a bit of stuff. Here we are. Alright, Mokash, let's do this. Oh, we're gonna be overloaded either way we do it. Oh, you poor thing. I'm overloading you like mad. Okay.
Move on.
Let's get going. We'll get here, drop some things off, and go. I'm going to be overloaded, but we'll save ourselves the trouble of going too far. I'm going to drop these seedlings off with her. Realized that I didn't have the hops. We do want to bring the hops with us. I've bought a ton of these, and I don't want to lose track of that, right? There we are. And now there's a little bit of fertilizer left over here that we can pick up and bring with us. Let's go. You know, a thought occurs. What if I change one of you? Let's change your goods type to food. Indeed. Now let's talk. Honeycomb. Birch. Yes. Yeah? Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can get anything good out of this one. Right. Yeah, let's see this. I want to see how good flatbread will sell. What am I doing? I'm so sorry. I'm silly, because I already have one set up here. Why wouldn't I? I can always check this. Maybe roasted fish meat, maybe there. Let's do that. Yes. Okay. Oh boy. We're not going to have any cabbages. Well, at least we did get rid of a bunch last season. Amerigo is just way too good. He's just so good at what he does. Get these sold. No, that's not happening. Now this is nice. 10 per flatbread. That's okay. A little concerned that we're not going to be able to keep up with that, though. I think we can keep him going on this, because those cabbages... There's no way that those are still good. Or are they? I wonder, did I forget to throw some away? I bet you they were too heavy and I didn't get rid of them. Then I can't be selling them. That's not exactly fair. Let's do... I don't want to get crazy there. Let's do 20. And let's just have it be that. That's okay. Now, the goods tracker. Okay. Economy summary. Tools, called consumables. Yes, look at that. We drop down all of these. How about crafting? We raised by 24 clay. We've dropped by all of these. Let's see here. I'm concerned about log. We gained 28 logs overall and gained 10 planks. So if we're coming up ahead by 28 logs, which and we're dropping by 9 sticks. Okay, so that's a thing to watch. So now with that, let's use that to inform our extraction. We know that we're coming up ahead 28 logs. So if I drop by 1, if I raise there, and I see that we're way ahead on firewood, so that's okay. I'm using yesterday as the example. There we go. Let's use the whole season as an example. Firewood, we're going down by 74. Okay, so we are not okay in firewood. We are very okay in logs. And planks are getting overproduced. That's good. Sticks are not, though, so that we need to rebalance, and that's okay. That's where we just redid a bit. Clay we're down, but that was me doing actions, and that one, yep, copper I know we're going down for. We are not producing enough for that. Okay, let's drop you a bit. Raise there. And let's see what we can do to just get things corrected. You know, we're losing a bunch of workers because of our shortage of women who can work who aren't pregnant.
Giddy up!
Alright. Now, let's go buy ourselves some seedlings.
Vio!
And while we're here, see how things are going. See if anybody's around and about. Oh, here we are. Let's go.
What?
Egbert, don't do it.
Hello there.
Yeah,
West
I know it.
never disappoint.
Never. And always can get you a hood. And those don't sell for as much as I'd like them to. Apple seedlings are great. Cherry seedling. Ooh, 12. That's awesome. Good, good, good. Okay, hops. 30 seems like a lot. Probably shouldn't go too crazy on that. I don't mind having some plum, but I also don't want to plant an entire thing full of plum. So, I think we're good here. We'll keep it even with that. Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
See you later. And then, as far as our homes are concerned, we'll look into here to see who needs a friend. We need a older woman, 2 older women, 1 older man. Nope, younger man. 2 older women, 1 younger man. And, of course, where, right? So she's a miner, so it'd be good to have somebody there. And these 2 are farmers and beekeepers. So we have our lady folk are going to be in our local. Hunting's not bad. Well, we do not have a lot of selections. I don't know, it's always tricky. Taxes. No taxation without the dough. Alright, let's get out of here. And let's find ourselves back in this area and get our orchard work started. It is a bit of a rocky space here. These fields will be a little troublesome. Now, it's time for us to get to work. Now, it's tricky for me to see exactly where all these things are, so I'm doing a little bit of guesstimating where we're at. There we are. That's definitely done. And that completed it? No, it did not. Why not? There we are. I'm hoping this is the one I missed. Yes, and that's it? That's it. Okay. With that. Now, the funny thing will be that, yeah, I did. I definitely sold every single one of my bags. Arrgh. But we have more, it turns out. We'll take the big bag. There we are. Now, with that, silly stuff. Let's see here. That is 9. And 9 was kind of our front-facing one. I think probably could get away with having another small orchard up over here, just past this area. I also don't want to disregard the fact that we want to have a road here. Let's do that. Oh, there's no way. We can't fit anything over here. That'll be okay. And I don't see how I wasn't able to fit one here. And I missed this opportunity, perhaps. There we are. Let's do that. Because then we can just have the roadway walking this way. And we'll leave that away. Okay, perfect. And if this is 9 and we still see stakes up, that means I did miss something. There we are. Okay, that got the stakes out of that one. It's tricky with the way the land is, with this being so uneven. It is really hard to tell exactly which spots have been gotten and which I've somehow missed. There we are. And it really was just that one. Now, what I'd like is... we should have... I think the apple trees kind of look good as the ones that border us here. There we are. And then let's do this one as apples as well. Since we've already started, let's get apples in this. And then... oh, did I just do 11? No, good. Orchard 9. We are. And Orchard 9 will be all of our apple trees. Until we run out, of course. And then it's not. And darn it. Alright, we'll get more. Looks like we're going to need a ton. Now this is where we'll start up on cherries. And we, of course, are going to run out, but that's okay. We'll go get some more. Maybe we can go pay the tax man off and at the same time gather up some more things and get ourselves into much more orchard work than we had started with and really expand this empire of food production that we've begun so very long ago. It started with just rye and expanded into all the good things that are able to become boozes and beers and things as well too. So in time with our tavern, we'll be able to take all of our produced goods and make wines, beers, so many options. There we are. Now, I think we'll get the most treacherous parts done first. Obviously need some fencing around this in due time. For now, we'll just deal. Obviously don't want to let the animals come in here and eat our trees when they're young. That would be a real problem. We've got some time ahead of us for that one. There we are. Not bad. Okay. We obviously need to do some traveling though. Hey, Mokash. Right, let's see here. We're later in the day. Let's see what we have for goods. See what we can get away with taking with us. See if we ended up with enough coin to take as well. Wow, 800. Not bad. Copper bars. We are doing great on that. Yeah, we were doing really well there. That is good to see. So much flour, too. And I love that we have a lot of room for decorations. It's good. It's very good. And of course, oat as well. My goodness. Would be good to process the rye. We could bring in the rye with us and sell. Yeah, we don't have a lot of... Yeah, unfortunately, we are in a spot where we don't produce a lot of really expensive goods. Wow, do we have wool? Wow. That's really impressive. Okay. That's a lot of wool. I really need more producers. I need way more craftspeople. We're starting to get to that point though, and that is the natural progression of things, is to get from producing your raw goods to producing refined goods. That's kind of where we're at now. It's good to see us at that point. Apple tree. The apple tree. There we go. More apple trees. Oh, I hear ya. Did you get one or do you? Nah, of course not. And there we are. We've almost got ourselves completely drained of things. Boom. Okay. Just do not have a, well, we have 5,000 coin. I really don't want to pay off all of our money now. Because, ooh. Turns out we can't afford it. Oh dear. Okay, let's go make some money. We better do some working. We better do some producing, it turns out. Okay. Now I can get a start with this. Because I can process our rye. That'll go quick. That'll help us out a bunch. Then we can also go, maybe we'll make a few hoods. Sell some hoods. And get ourselves in a spot where we can make a good collection of coin tomorrow, since taxes are looking pretty heavy for us right now. And I've been spending a lot of money on different things, so that figures. Getting all the unlocks done costs real coin. Of course, in due time, we're going to end up making a lot of money on rye when we are able to brew our own beer, but that is a ways off. I'm looking forward to it happening, but my goodness. I'm guessing we're a long ways off in our production chain for that. We still have to get through the smithy number 3, which we should be close to. There we are. We can always build walls. We can always spend our time finishing up the wall. So much open space. That's a good thing to work on too. Right. That's good. 1,000 grain is going to go a long way. Okay. We have so much broadleaf plantain. Aw. Look at that. That's getting good to see all the things going well here. Now, do I have a spear sitting by the water, or did I move it? Ah, darn it. Right. Let's see how much of a crack shot I am now. It's getting late in the day. Oh, I don't think that's a hit. Ooh, wait. Oh, fishy, fishy. Oh, too impatient. Okay, that's it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. I know what's going on here. I'm coming for you, fish. Cannot escape. Actually, you can, and you've already proven it multiple times. But this time, your chances of escape are narrow and slim. Citing the fact that I don't even know where you are. Ah, jeez. Alrighty. Looks like we're losing track of the fish. Okay. Well. Nah, not ideal, but we'll deal. And of course, we'll sit there and fish and look like a fool doing it, and then Roland will come over and say, "You trying to get this?" And hand us a nice, tasty perch. And we'll just be reminded that we don't have to do all of the things on our own. It's okay to ask for help here and there. Thanks, Roland. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We do have some quests we could do for our people. A bad thing, not a bad thing at all. There we have it. Yep, and those are all bad items. Although 75 just doesn't... For things like these, I would say, as long as we cook them, carrot at 75, that's 2 seasons worth out. I mean, that's kind of gross to think about, isn't it? I don't think they save that long. And I really don't think we can save cabbages that long. So yeah, let's get rid of it. We're going to have a lot of rot, that's for sure. See if I did it right. I'm hoping that I walked far enough away that Mokash should be able to walk over to us, but Wait a minute. Oh. Mysterious donkey. In one of my well, not my first, one of my earlier playthroughs, I had a donkey named Don Quixote, and really loved somebody suggested that name. Yes, a great donkey name. Loved it. Don Quixote. Had a lot of fun with that donkey. Okay, I'm gonna take this stuff and drop it out here. Because at this point, there we go. We don't need it to take up all of our time. Here we are. Now, this should have been just a stack enough. And then let's go to that resource storage that's up the way. We do have a whole lot of fence work we can easily do to take care of what we're working on here. Oh, right. What am I doing? I was supposed to go drop off at the fertilizer bin. Got distracted. These things happen. You there. Let's go. Start of the season. A lot of cleanup. A lot of things going on just to get things ready. Those taxes are going to be quite a burden for us, but is a part of the growth here. Part of the problem is I don't really have the business side of things planned out too much. We have a lot of good potential, not necessarily utilizing it yet. We're doing a lot of ventures, but we haven't focused in. Where we produce a lot of wool, we don't produce a lot of things made out of wool. And we really could have a lot more workers who are focused on using those resources and reproducing them into things that are refined. And right now, things are kind of a little chaotic, I think. That's what would be really good to do. Rebalance those things. Let's see where we're at for tech, and obviously building tech is done. The fishing hut will get there slow but sure. I expected this to be a little further, but it's not doing bad. And this is going very slowly. Because this one is the one we absolutely need. And part of it is that we don't produce goods at a fast rate. Because I'm focused on getting goods made that are functional and not quick. Could also be that, well, no, this is our bread maker. We're going to keep it the way it is. We're not in a hurry. And I keep having to remind myself. Isn't that funny? We are not in a hurry, as a matter of fact. Now, I'm going to up this, though. I do very much think that our next steps have to be getting to a point where we are actually making money off of some of our resources here. I think the arrows just have to happen. Fishing spears are not a bad thing. I think we're going to end up running low. I don't see Nicola making them. So then that being the case, this is a non-starter here. Spears are the way to go. Ah, gee. Two per day should be okay. And then let's just passively gain these. That's okay. We do need to gain those here and there. And then it's time to do a little bit of refining ourselves. Let's wrap up this day really pushing into being ready for tomorrow. So this has been a lot of preparation here. A lot of work going into what will pay off in time. Okay. Oh, that's the end of that. There we are. Now I can only make 6 of these. That says to me that our fabric is somewhere where we're behind. And it is going to be worthwhile. This is very time consuming, right? Where we seem to be in a spot where we have a lot of potential in what we can do. And if I was doing the min-max game, and I know for some of y'all watching, you're going to be like, why are you not just making your producers max out and get maximum skill? Why are you not letting them make stone knives and raise their production ability and raise your tech? And yes, I am with you, but this is intentionally chosen to be a slow playthrough, that we do not do things like that. It's got to make sense. It's got to be a part of the things we produce, have to make sense with what we're doing as best as we can. So I'm avoiding the stone knife trick. It's a great way to make quick experience. It's tempting to just mass produce spears as well, or mass produce arrows, but there's only so much we could do with that. And it just wouldn't make sense. Who would produce that many knives and then throw them away? We're just gonna keep it casual and play it quote unquote realistic, or just like in a let's just take our time type thing. Oh, we need so much more thread. So we'll get things going, and this is all about being patient and taking our time and just being present. It doesn't have to be a rush. We don't have to be in a hurry. And that's just as difficult for me as it is for any of y'all who are watching like, oh my god, just go faster, man. Because it is how I work. I'm always about being fast. I'm always about moving too quickly, and that's a good life lesson that I've always needed to experience, is to slow down and just take your time. And sometimes that's really all that you need to do, is just take your time. I'm thinking maybe we could emphasize flax this time around, or maybe not. Maybe we don't need to emphasize flax. We have so much wool that I wonder if we just laser focus in on wool fabrics. We do need some linen thread, of course, because fishing, but maybe it's time to start focusing there. Start being intentional in what we're choosing to plant. We don't need a lot of flax crops. We can sell, that'd be good, but it doesn't make as much money as wool does. So our producers need to focus on doing wool work. We still need the linen thread for certain things we craft, of course, but not as much. So maybe our fields need a little bit of changing too. That would open it up for wheat. Tell you what, it gets me thinking. Because right now a lot of these crops are just sitting waiting. And we have not planted oat yet? Good, we're still harvesting. We do need more workers. This is tricky. It looks like I'm set up for wheat. No, I'm not. I was set up for oats here. And this is also set up for oat. I think instead of oat, it's time for us to... Do you think it's time for us to start navigating into different crops? How big are these? These have never been programmed in. Then that's okay, because they could be our flax crops. Oh dear, do I really need 2 of these being flax? I think we do. For now, let's make sure we do that, and then for this, we'll go wheat. There we are. Not bad. And obviously, we need more workers. That's a good spot to be. Not bad at all. Oop. Oh dear. There we go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. We'll just get a little bit of threads started here so that tomorrow's workday can have our producers producing and not taking the time to have to make wool. And maybe we'll have to make some edits on that. I will also have to remember to double check our resource producers, because oh goodness, I don't need us to be producing a bunch of things we don't need, or have somebody selling a whole lot of things we aren't going to have anymore. It was nice that we got our straw down to a low number so we don't have to worry as much about our storages getting full of them. We're going to have plenty of straw over time. But this will be a good amount to get us a start. We won't do the whole thing. And we could even start selling wool. In all honesty, there's no reason why we could not just sell some wool. The amount that we're taking in is way more than we can process for now. And it's not like our sheep are going anywhere. So we could sell some of the wool as a way to make some funds for now. I could even take some wool with me. You know what would be good? I should take some wool into town and sell to a friend who stitched us up so long ago. I don't think she'd mind having more wool on hand. And it takes 6 wool to make 1 wool thread. So I'll be curious to see what the comparison is cost-wise there. So with that, we should get ourselves home, get ourselves to bed. But I do want to check with one thing though. Let's see here. If it costs 6 wool for every thread, then how much is it to save and sell either the thread or the wool itself? Wool sells for 5 each, that's 30 if we put it together. Yeah, that's way better. Oh my goodness, but then this is 7, well that's a double. And if it takes 2 thread for 1 fabric, well then obviously that's the thing. So clearly selling the thread is the right way to go. We do want to process it and then sell it, rather than sell it raw as a resource. And that makes sense, that's kind of the point, right? Raw resources should always be lower cost than what you produce, because refining goods, making them into things is kind of the key. Good night. Alright, and with this...
Hi, Hubby.
Uh-oh. Mood is 56, not bad. Confection 100%, that's good. Oh dear, well, let's see here. We should find some ways to improve our lot. Ah well. Now let's double check our stall holder so we don't end up in a situation where we're out of goods. We don't need that to be our day, right? Alright, we're doing great on these. Plenty of rye. Plenty of flax, though. Let's just take that down a notch. Plenty of manure, way more than enough fertilizer. We can afford to do a lot of that. We certainly can afford to do a lot of straw sales too. And of course we're back up on straw. Now, just to be sure. Okay, we're doing alright on that one. That's good. And we're going to be okay here. We aren't producing enough other foods. Okay. It is what it is. Let's get ourselves into it. Now, we made a lot of thread last night. Am I wondering here? It says no resources, but I'm seeing everything's good. That's a concern. Oh well. Look at all the thread. Now, simple bags are good. I like the fact that we're making these. Don't love the fact that we're not making more of these. Love it if we were making a few more of these per day. Now here we are making fabric. Here we are making here we are making threads. Got to keep the bags up. Okay. How many do I have? 6. Okay. Now I did say fabrics before, but obviously it was the thread that we made. No, I did say thread. We need to make some fabrics. Let's get some saleables on hand. Let's get some things we can sell and go about, and then we can buy up our trees, because that's going to be worthwhile. We'll take care of our taxes. We don't want to be behind on that one. And then we can start focusing in on what we need being built around here. And I do think we'll have to reprioritize some buildings. given that our village is starting to get large and sprawling. And it doesn't seem that we're focused enough on our money-making parts that we could have. I do think cows would be a great addition, so I'd like to expand our farming side of things. I think we can make some good money there. For now. Wow. Let's go. So it'll take us a bit of time, and this will be a bit of a slowdown episode. Well, I mean, a bit of a slow but sure episode in the sense that we are just making a whole lot of things, and it's a lot of just hurry up and wait. But it's good to be ready to focus your time on the things you really need to focus your time on. I think life tends to get us in a spot where we have to focus on the things that are our mind, the shiniest object at times, and otherwise the just largest looming shadow, that we have to focus on those things. And we don't tend to find those things in the middle that maybe need a little more attention and give us more. Spending time with those we love, or just giving yourself time that you need. Those are things we really need to make sure we do. Had to do that this week. Need to have a reminder this week to slow down and take some time for oneself and focus in on who
Today's
you care
fashion
about.
is crazy. What's next? Comfortable clothes?
No doubt. Or pants with pockets. My favorite thing in the world. And for women, oh my goodness, don't get me started. I don't know how y'all deal with it. Having pockets that are too small to hold stuff, it would drive me up the wall. But taking time off when you need it, it's a big deal. Make sure you take the time. We don't get it back. It's important to use what we have and enjoy what we have. I think we'll stop with this. Yes! Okay, so that's a win. Oh, why don't you taking the baby out to the field? I'll show it and take it on a tour. Take him on a tour of the place. No, who does that? I know exactly who does that. Alright. Would I honestly let my people eat vegetable soup? Oh god, I did. That's been sitting out all year. Salted meat, I'm not worried about that. Like, that's okay. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, I'm thinking I want to have more honeycomb. Honestly, it's so good. It's just, it does such a good job of making us money. I'm gonna take some not so fresh bread out and about. Maybe not the best move. But let's get it going. Oh gosh, you gotta be kidding me. And when we think about where we're at, we can build 3 more buildings. I tell you what, I don't know about that. Only 3 more buildings. We'll have to focus in and just be sure that we have the right stuff going forward. I know that I have extra buildings out there. Okay, let's do this and see how much we can load it up with. 150 cabbages, that's good. Gotta keep this place clean, you know. Let's start there. Now, I'm thinking we gotta get rid of the old house there. There's really no reason to keep it around, and at this point I'm keeping it around for nostalgic sake, and that's not the way we want to shape up this village. I want to shape this up by having really a good setup and things focused on what we're gonna do and have a purpose, right? Oh, right. Let us not forget. Oh. Oh dear, is it about to be... It's about to be that we have another need for another compost bin. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm tempted to just... Okay. We gotta leave it out. We're just starting to get outlandish in the amount of compost bins we have. We'll come back through and we'll make it again. We'll find a way to make this look right. And lastly, I think we can get away with selling a small quiver's worth of those. And I don't know, I think that's probably as far as we should go. And I do have to keep a fine hood in here just in case I decide to sell more. Okay, let's get out of here. We have a bit to do. Fine hoods would be good. We know Matilda does not mind us taking care of a few things and making them and being helpful. She does just fine in this village. And that is
Always make my mouth water.
a benefit to us since... Right, here we go.
How can I help you?
This allows her to have to not make as many things. She was not going to buy us out of stuff, though, is the thing. I mean, we're never going to be able to sell her the max, but it's still something. Ooh, I did bring all my wool thread and wool fabric. In this, I would say there's always a no limitation on this one. That she'll always buy raw resources, no question. Especially since we're doing such a good job of establishing ourselves as a
So long.
producer of goods. Of raw materials. I'll tell you what.
Hello.
Yes, I do. I'll get wool for you, of course. There's no problem. We would always do missions for her, I'll say. Just 3 wool, you kidding me? Alright, we'll be back. Now, that. Next step. Ooh, I should have brought some grain with me.
Would you go? How do you
Yes, always faster. Let's go. We'll just do it, yeah. Oh my.
Let's
That
go.
was interesting. I like that interesting little load there. Okay. Now let's see what we got. I'm sorry, what? Oh, I thought it was the fight music. I'm going like, oh, dang, we're in trouble. He's a youngster and he's got crafting. I like that. Diplomacy. Not the most important thing in the world for us. Not at this point in time. It will be useful later. So let's see here. What was I up against? And I apologize. Sometimes my lack of memory is just a thing. Alright, I'm taking you. We can take you on, friend.
It's you again.
And I think that you will be very happy with us. There you go, friend. Now let's get you there. But then we also need you to have a duty. And I think that'll be easy. Right there. Nicola needs an apprentice. Or an assistant who can learn how to improve. But yeah, I know. She doesn't actually need an assistant, but we need her to have an assistant. And we need her to... We absolutely need her to get this person trained up. That's exactly where things are at. We'll just sell them and say
There.
it's
Good
something.
luck.
Wait,
How is? Can I interest you in some of my wares?
probably
Like
not.
So long.
But we'll try. Nah, my guy. Now, let's get ourselves here. Oh, don't flail me now. Him, I think we can get away with a hood. He'll buy some of the flatbread. He'll end up using it for animal feed. That's okay. That'll go towards animal feed too. It's not the freshest, so he's kind of looking at us funny like, you kidding me? Like, at a discount? Maybe you can beat it to the animals, right? I'm like, sure. Cherry seeds, yes. Hops, you know, we have an awful lot of these. But I do, really in my head, I picture this like massive set of them. And I think that's gonna be cool. Now, do we have the... No, we have to get the majestic tree seeds from our other friend. Okay, check our inventory. Do we have anything left? We still have more fine hoods. And there's our friend. the tax man. Of course, we're about to find out a whole entertaining set of things from him. There we go. She'll at least buy a couple of those. It's about all we can expect out of that. And then this guy here. I am going to be back for cows. I'm going to tell you right now. He's willing to buy the hood. He's also willing to buy the arrows, as he's been running into wolves skirting the outer edges of town. You know, since we don't have our friend here anymore. We don't have Alwyn around anymore, and that's going to change. That complicates things. Because his interest in being a hunter, he at least could drive off animals and knew a little bit about how to be dangerous when he was practicing. But at this point, they don't really have a person who can take care of that anymore. Now we're pretty close to being done. Oh, so pretty. Spring is the best. I'd say we should travel on the roadway and just take our time, but honestly, I would rather us get things going in spring. Interesting. I swear the transition, they changed the loading for that. Wow, it just looks more green somehow. I'm not sure what's up. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, southern facing. That means we really want the hops up over here. Hi, you're the hop plants, aren't you? Haha, good. Well then, let's get on this. Let's get ourselves set. We've got our trees now. We can start planting our apple seedlings in this area. I would love to get the roadways done up here. Why not? It's starting to become something. We're getting there. Now, we'll get our apple trees in here. Perfect. And this must be 11. I don't know if I want to go with all of them being apples, but we can do it for now. There's nothing wrong with it. Apples are always have been a great crop. Oh, no. Oh dear, that poor guy. Well, I hope everything goes okay. Although at this point, you're on your own, guy. I'm not a beekeeper by trade. Racemir is not prepared to just jump into that one. Plus, shouldn't you be the expert? I mean, I should be worried. Alright, 1, 2, 3 more apple trees, and we are set. And here we are. Nice. It started off as such a cold spring. Been wearing our winter clothes and feeling that chilly breeze this whole way. I'll be looking forward to the warmer end to spring. Looks like we still need 2 more cherry trees now. 3 more apple trees, 2 more cherry trees. And then we're set. Now, as I make this, I do want it to kind of wander ever so slightly, just so it visually doesn't seem too linear. Interesting. I think I should have made more of a break for that one. Now, with this, we don't necessarily want to have people wandering around just on the outside of the wall, right? Do I not have the hoe? It is 6 now. There we go. Now, lucky for us, hops are not the most appealing of crops for pests to grab onto, so they have a natural resistance to being eaten, given that they're not exactly something that critters want to consume. It doesn't mean that there aren't creatures that won't try to eat them as little shrubs and little growing saplings or rhizome sprouts. but there shouldn't be as many things that want to consume them. And hops do have a fun and entertaining history. They're an exceptional sleep aid for some people. The aroma alone is nice and helps to relax. And historically in beers, it was used as a means to help preserve, but on top of that, its effect to help people become drowsy was not an ignored thing. And having your people start drinking beers and then get tired before becoming trouble could very well be a reason why it was so widely encouraged to use. Okay, let's get Mokash over here because I know we're going to run out of our seedlings. Well, I mean rhizomes, either way. This will be nice to have the entire... Hey you, what's up? Thanks, Mokash. Ooh, I'm sorry. It's telling us we have an issue with the farming. Oh, we ran out of wheat grain. Well, shoot. That's going to require some immediate attention. Let's do that. We'll be back. We'll be back. Now that we have the Smithy 3, it'd be nice to build that and get that going. I do think that Nicola is the one who we gotta make sure hers gets upgraded sooner than later. He's gonna be ready for us to ensure that her workstation is fit and ready to go. Oh no. No wheat. Shoot. That means I didn't save enough wheat to make this possible. Well, that's not a good thing. Now I see them telling me that they want me to get more wheat grain, but also, y'all, keep harvesting. Get on it. Okay, maybe we can head back into town real quick here. We'll have to purchase ourselves up a little bit of wheat. That's somewhat problematic. There we are. Nice. Oh wow, we are going to be so set on hops. I love that this is going to be an entire massive hillside. Does mean we have to be mindful of just how much it's going to take for our workers to get here too, though. I may have to move my farm shed right over to here, so we can get them to partner up on these two areas. They do grow fast too. And you gotta hug them as much as you can the whole time you get them. There we are. Now.
Isn't it weird that only women bleed once a month while no
There we go. Perfect. That's a good start. 14 hop seedlings, that's okay. Now, let's see what we can do to take care of a couple quick things. We need to get the wool for a friend. I want to check on this real quick. Look at it go. Wonderful. That's going to be nice. Oh, and here's our spaces. Oh my goodness, do we need to expand? I can see all of the things that I want to do, and I don't want to... I don't know. I'm getting excited and antsy about being at that point. Now, we'll get to our resource storage. Drop some stuff off. See how much coin we have available. Yeah, that's good. 900 coin will put us over the top, and that's great. What can I get away with selling, though? Could probably sell some of these in town, because they will be worth... people will need them. She only needed 3 wool. My gosh, do we have a lot of wool. Oh no, and we're done with... we're all... it is just what I've got on hand. Let's put these back. I don't want to sell all that off. We'll go for that. Now, it wouldn't be a bad idea for us to sell a few. And, you know, be maybe not the worst thing in the world. To sell a few more of the things we have extra of. And that wool. Thousands of wool, my goodness. We gotta roll. Ah, and now we're starting to get to that point where they actually need the seeds. We'll get wheat seeds. Man, it looks like I must have gone way over the top on processing the grains. Hey, there you go. Enjoy. Yep. Oh, I know to wait. Don't you worry. Okay. He's not gonna want fabric. Who am I kidding? You, sir. I know that you're gonna need a set of arrows because I know the wolves are not that far away from this area. So you, by all means, use this. Now he is, of course, out of that, but we can buy all the wheat in the world from you. That's gonna be 600. Nope. I'll do that. Don't want to be out of supplies. There we go.
Goodbye.
Great. Thanks, buddy. And I know you can always use more fabric.
Always like to see you around.
Okay. That'll take care of us here. Ooh, appoint me as his successor. I highly doubt it, but I do love your thinking, sir. Now let's see here. We've gotten 2 of our farming traders. I am trying to stretch my brain out to think, is there another farming trader that I could be going to? Pretty sure there's not in most of the villages. Oh, yeah, there is. There's one more I could go to. There we go. Let's get this. Perfect. And buying it as the wheat is good because you get the resource and you tend to get a lot for the money. Go. There we go. Okay. That's a good place to be. Now with them talking to me about how they need services to be upgraded, who's low? No, we're good. All of these are in a great place. Probably could start selling grains again. Oh, it's going to be because these 2 don't have workers. That's okay. Now we got to drop this, of course, because we did just sell a ton of that off. Let's sell... We make a lot per day. 70 is a good way to go. Not a fan of that one. Okay. Ah, much better. I don't know, Mokash. I'm pretty convinced that we've got a lot of work to do, but we can get it done. Now, my thought is we got to get a snack for us. Our poor character's been running around this entire day, and we have not eaten anything. It is important for us to make sure we're feeding our poor guy. I'm gonna roast up some fish, and at the same time use that as a way for us to make some sales. I'm looking forward to having that level 2 fishing hut just because of salted fish meat, because that's going to be a great way to feed people and keep things going. And speaking of which, I do think I'll set up our stall to sell salted meat since we're making a good deal of it. And we have a lot on hand. There's no reason why we can't take some of that and make sure other people are benefiting too. There we are. Let's go. This isn't a place we haven't been. Let's start the fire early for people. There we are. Get a snack. Starting to notice that even in this part of the day, the cool has changed. The weather is different. it's time to start wearing clothing that's more fitting to the season. I want my hat, need my clothes here, and I certainly don't need the warm gloves anymore, and I don't need the winter cap. We also don't need the winter coat or the trousers, but I believe I did give my pants away, so we'll have to check in on that. Look at this guy, ready to go. Yeah, I can't believe I still have winter trousers. Now I would, because I am, because if it were, I don't know, if I wasn't trying to play as if imagining how things are going, I would probably just have dropped the pants in there and just been like, let's run back to the resource storage where I know I left my pants. And just get the pants there. Always good to get a fresh drink. And look at how expansive this forest is. Alright. So much to do. It's good, but it's busy. Check that resource stall, or let's see, that food stall, sorry. You, sir. Let's talk about these meats. That would drain us of them. Let's go back one. There we are. We'll let you sell all of that. And then we can drop off our roasted meats. There we are. And then we can have our friend Amerigo sell a few of these off too. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's way better money.
The forge be with you.
And there's that. We're good here. This is where we have to start doing some reworking. I do think this building, I do think we have a family still here. Yeah, that's good. We'll get them set. We gotta build something new for them. They don't need to sit here with that. Let's wrap up let's go wrap up our hop farm, our entire massive orchard of hops. Look at this. This whole hillside is going to be absolutely covered in hops. I say, now this is of course going to be expensive, but that's the point. Is to make this our area. That's it. I wanted to see the boundary on this because I can't remember. There it is. Make sure that which side of it visually makes sense, right? That'll be 12. That's good. We are setting ourselves up to be quite the producer of beers. They are. And every time we pick up this hoe, it reminds us of Alwyn. Racemir thinks back to him, and he's been away for quite a while. I think he'd be curious to see how things are going here. See how Frederick is getting so much bigger. Hear about how we took down that bandit camp. We'll of course not fully believe it, but that's what it is. And you know, it's been nice. We've had really good luck recently. Not seeing a lot of bandits. Perhaps it's because we took down those camps. Perhaps we did really put them in disarray after destroying that significant camp that was being formed. It's hard to get leadership. Even harder to get leadership in groups that are loose and prone to power struggles. So maybe we're in a good spot. They did try to get an established area in Ornica, and that didn't work out. Go. This is going to be quite the extensive crop. And again, it's not going to be as much as I will need to be sure that I have fences around the other orchards. It's not really doesn't tend to be an issue with hops. Most creatures don't find it tasty. Now, I discovered this year that chickens do. If they're quite hungry, they will go after hop leaves and they will just mow it down, but only if it's late season and only if there's really nothing else for them to mow down on. There we go, a nice southern facing for this one. That's going to do us well. I do like that you're walking on this pathway. It does make me think that there will be a walkway here. Listen to this guy talk. Right? And there it is, right? It would be nice to have a walkway going through here too. There's still so much more grain to harvest. Let's drop this here. We've already done good work in this area. Now, another thing, another gift from Alwyn. Or at least another thing that reminds us of Alwyn. Hard not to want to do this, you know? Thinking back to the farm, just the sound of the scythe cutting through the rye, swing, the rustle, cracking. This brings him back to his youth, the smell. This brings him back to the old farm in a lighter time, an easier time. And things aren't easy now. Think about all the time he spends working. Think of all the time he spent on the farm, watching his family work. And knowing that the time he spends with Frederick is the most valuable. The time he spends with Stanislaw, is also absolutely worth it. That there's constant work to be done. But it's the things that are closest to you that require the most and they're the most rewarding. Even if it can be tough at times. We'll do them a favor and get this stuff done. And it looks to me like tomorrow we're going to need more workers out here. Woof. There we go. Whew. Alright. We have a lot of young plants out here. Is this actually a separate orchard? Yeah, I did 14 right here. I don't love having that right here. But I get what I was thinking. Now, as far as our fencing is concerned, this becomes the big question. The thing we're most worried about coming through to graze would be deer. So we don't really need to have anything made of planks, per se. It doesn't have to be tall. We don't want it to get in the way. The wooden fence is a nice one. I kind of like that. This is a great one. But I think at the resource-wise, it's kind of a mess. These are good, but these are screens. Now let's see here. I'm trying to picture what they would look like. I almost think I like these for walkways. I think this is better as like a pasture guard. So when I picture them, I use those in my head as those particular, only those things. This could be good, but we will be out of planks in no time. I think this is the one we're going to want. I think it's the one that makes the most sense. And I think we can go all the way over, since we have this little spit of land here. There we are. Oh, we will need our break there. Let's make our gate. Just to be sure that we actually have it working well. This will look okay here. This is kind of a similar visual. And that's why we do this. Always good to stop and do the gates before you get too far, because sometimes they just don't look right. There we are. I like that. I think that'll do. And next, tomorrow, we'll need to focus some of our workers in on... hold up. There we are. So much easier to see when you have the destruct mode on. There we are. There we go. Now we can get our fencing in. And we'll pull it tight to it, just because it makes sense to have this finished nice and tight to it, and we'll have a walkway that goes into it as well. We already have this one. And here we are. Well, this is where we'll need that gate, right? Let's go make it just about there. There we are. Then a gate, huh? Oh, darn. We'll see if we can get this right. Now that's unfortunate. Terrain is too uneven. That's gonna limit us. So, what we can do... Not a huge fan of going all the way up the hill. Interesting. Let's do this. There we go. Oops. Let's try not to be. Let's be sure we don't actually knock out our orchard. Oh, imagine that. All the time put into this. Just to have that break up. And now, here. It's gonna look a little funny on the side, I think. There we are. That'll be alright. All the way around to here, and then in to here. There. Perfect. Now we'll see what we can do. We don't want to be up too late. And it is getting late at this point, so we'll have to head on home and take care of the rest of this tomorrow. And it's always okay to take a break and not do everything all in one day. Or all at one time. You've got time to do things, and it's important to take that time. And I hope that you take the time that you need as you need it. And remember to be kind to yourself. You are a great person. I'm glad to have you here. I hope you see all the good that you have, all the good and value that you are, and that you remind yourself of that as often as you can. You're worth it, and you're good enough the way you are. We are going to get so many planks on this thing. Oof. Oh, hey, it's fireflies. In the spring. Interesting. Very cool. By the end of the season, I believe we'll have this done. Says this guy. There we are. We'll get some people on planks. And we'll probably craft a few too. We've been working with our villagers for so long now. We are starting to get good at making the same resources that we initially didn't know how to work on. Now we're at the point where we actually know what we're doing. Just good enough at everything to be dangerous, if you will. Actually, I was about to move that, but that can wait. I'm doing that thing where it's all... If it's on my mind right now, I want it done. But that's not needed. Oh, are you kidding me? I don't gotta... There they are. It's like, I need to have my pants. Let's do rich gloves. Cold protection. Nothing for heat. Ooh, it doesn't actually harm our heat protection. Which is interesting. I'm surprised that it doesn't have a heat protection at all. So, that's not bad. That means I could actually wear these right now. We're not going to wear rich gloves all around town. You kidding me? There we go. See, now we can get work done with these. Get the scythe in here. Let's go home. It's getting late. Yeah, I gotta get on that. Don't you even start. Crazy doggy. It says the guy who's talking to the donkey. It's never the donkey that's the crazy thing that I'm talking to. I'm the person talking to the donkey. I know what I'm doing. It's okay. Alright. Let's get a quick dip. Ah. What a wonderful thing. Alright, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. Until we meet again. Take care.